At the 4th century, when St. Helen built it, started from here. That used to be the entrance to the church. Today the church is less than half. Then let's climb up to the roof. And later on, remind me to give you my YouTube account,
definitely.
because you are going to be famous.
Yes.
The worry
My
staying
dreams coming true.
in there.
Yes, finally famous.
No, to be famous, yes, yeah. You're going to be famous.
You have a lot of followers?
I have around 181,000.
Whoa!
That's insane, man.
Yeah, then guys, what about 2,000, 200,000? I need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, subscribe.
He deserves it.
Yeah, I love it.
Guys.
Then,
100,000.
yeah, it can be nice, isn't it?
1,000.
Look at the two domes there. This is the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. This is the place that Jesus was crucified, died, buried, and resurrected, according to the Catholic, Orthodox churches, and the Armenians. For the Protestant, some of them, we do have another option. It's called the Garden Tomb. It's outside Damascus Gate. Then we are entering from the non-touristy area, from the roof of the church. The roof belongs to the Egyptian, the Copts, and the Ethiopians. I didn't mention that Jerusalem cross is a symbol of Jerusalem. And you saw now oh, hello, I didn't say hello. Yeah, fine. Look how beautiful it is. The Copts cross and the two domes. The first one is the Greek Orthodox Church next to the tomb of Jesus, which is the big dome. You can see a little bit of it. Hello, Kitty. And this is the 9th station of the cross. That's where Jesus fell for the 3rd time. And you can see that people are using the Latin cross with them, but the rest are not really Catholic stations. Then in that case, they must leave the cross here and walk without it. Now we are leaving now the Egyptian part and entering to the Ethiopian part. I can smell food. Now welcome to the roof and to the unknown place of the church. You came from France, but at the 12th century, your neighbors, the Germans, used that place, Crusader Germans, as a dining room. You can see the archers. Today, you can see Ethiopians. I'm not going to enter to politic things, but it used to be part of the Egyptians, but now it's not. And look how beautiful it looks, like an Ethiopian village of the monks. Oops. Usually people are falling here, please be careful. And it's almost happened to me. It's happened 3 times to Jesus. We will enter through 2 Ethiopian churches to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. The Ethiopians believe that they are a creation of a meeting between Queen Sheba and King Solomon. And 9 months later, the first Ethiopian king was born. And when he came to here, he asked nicely from his father, King Solomon, to take the 10 Commandments, the Ark of the Covenant. Then in that case, according to the Ethiopians, it's in Ethiopia. Then when we visit the first church, or first chapel, you will see a beautiful painting of Queen Sheba visiting King Solomon. And then we will go out from the second church You will reach the facade of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre that almost everyone knows, because there isn't a tourist that won't take a picture of it. But watch your head when you're entering.
Okay.
That's the first Ethiopian church. Where are you from?
I don't know.
Are you from India? Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka.
Okay.
Welcome. I don't know if you saw a picture of the church,
Yes.
but it's usually that's what you see.
Yes.
But that, remember that we saw where the entrance was until actually the 7th century. This is the entrance only from the end of the 11th, beginning of 12th century, built by the Crusaders, because that church was been destroyed a few times. I'm not going to talk about the problems between Catholic, Orthodox, and Armenians, but I don't know if you're Christian or not.
No, we're Jewish.
Yeah, I'll figure out if you came to visit, but you know, when you're going to a synagogue, it's usually, or let's say, a Jewish, a Sephardic synagogue or Ashkenaz synagogue, it's not together.
Yeah.
Think about the same synagogue with Ashkenaz and Sephardic together. Can you understand the tension that can be there?
Yeah.
That's the same thing. But with Orthodox, Catholic and Armenian. They are renovating the floor, then it looks like that. It might be noisy. In that place, there are three places that we must visit. The first is where Jesus was crucified. The second is where they purified his body. And the third thing is where the tomb and the resurrection place. Now, except of the resurrection place, it's a Jewish story. When someone is died, at least in Israel, a Jew, they will bury him at the same day. And then they will purify the body. They will put a shroud around him, and then they will bury him without a casket, naked. Think in France, it's a coffin. Not
for the Jewish.
No,
Not for
yeah,
the Jewish,
no,
but
all right. Yeah, but for the
traditionally,
Christian,
yeah.
yeah. Then in that case, it's the same story. Jesus was crucified on Friday, and they bury him before Saturday begins, or the holiday that was Passover, Pesach, and the holiday begins at night, because I don't know what day is today. It's Tuesday? No, it's Monday.
Monday.
Let's say at nighttime, it's going to be already Tuesday according to the Jewish calendar, that they had to bury him very quickly. Purify his body and bury him without a casket, just naked. And not like the other Jew, he resurrected on Sunday. And this is the difference between the Judaism and Christianity. He's the only one that actually we know that it's happened to him. Let's climb up. Is it okay to enter a church?
Yeah.
Let's do that. We are following the cross. It might be a little bit noisy, but that's life. Let's climb up to the Golgotha. As you can see, it's a totally naked, totally empty.
Yeah.
Usually there's a line of hundreds of people here. Then two chapels here. The first one is a Catholic chapel. The left one is a Greek Orthodox. Remember Ashkenaz Sephardi? In one place.
Okay.
That's where they strip him from his clothes, and that's where he was nailed to the cross. Now, why to kill someone by crucifying him? That was a message from the Romans to the Jews who live here, not to do that. They used to crucify the people who they wanted the people to know that if you will do that, we will crucify you too, outside the gates of the city, and everyone could see is sinless. And if you look at that, above Jesus, there is a list in 4 letters, 3 languages. I don't know if you know Hebrew. A little bit. Then Yud, Nun, Tet, Yud, Jesus from Nazareth, King of the Jews. Now, the Romans already crowned the family of Herod. If someone said, I'm the king of the Jews, he is against the Romans and he deserves to die. Then that was the message. Don't do that. If you will do that, you know what will happen to you. Then here they nail him to the cross. And to the left, you can see Mary with a cross, with a spear in her heart. That is another Jewish story. Are you the firstborn son in your family?
I am.
You are. Then I don't know if you did it or not, but it's called the presentation at the temple, Pidyon Ben. Usually when you are the firstborn, the family must donate something to the synagogue. At this time, the family came to Jerusalem to donate something to the temple. And they donated 2 doves, 2 birds for sacrifice. When Mary was at the temple, a Jewish priest from the temple came to her and said, Mary, your son, Jesus, Yeshua, will die in front of your eyes. Now, I don't know, are you a couple or just friends?
Friends.
Friends. Then you're not married yet.
We're not, no, we're friends.
No. I don't know. It can be friends and married.
No.
But everything will change when you will be a mother, if you will be a mother. Until age 42, I was just like him, friends. And at 42, my only daughter was born. The fear was born at that moment. And when a mother knows that a son is only 40 days old, will die in front of her, it's the worst nightmare ever. Then the priest told her, you will see, it will be like a spear entering to your heart. Then when we'll be closer to the statue of Mary, you will see Mary with a spear in her heart. Actually, what you're doing here, they just opened the church in Paris.
Yeah, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. I wanted to be there.
Come to France.
I will. I've been there a million times, but I wanted to be there now to see the differences. Then, in that case, let's see the Mary with a spear in the heart. But let me just bless it here as well. And can you see the spear? Yeah. I mean, as a father, I can understand what's happened to a Jewish mother. Then the crucifixion is already at the Greek Orthodox chapel. The crucifixion site. You can see the Golgotha, the bedrock of the small hill that was crucified on it. Golgotha, if you know a little bit of Hebrew, it's the skull, Calvary. To your right, it's John, one of the disciples. To the left is Mary. Now, Jesus, when he was crucified, as a Jewish boy, he thought about his mother. He told his, I think, best disciple, take care of my mother, because without that, she might die. Then if it's okay by me, I want to bless the cross that I'm blessing to so many, Rodriguez family, at the crucifixion side. It's okay that you will wait for me? All right? Then, that is the Golgotha, the bedrock. And I thought it's going to be a short video. I'm touching the bedrock and then bless it here. Rodriguez family, it's been blessed here. Let me go out. Slowly out. Let me show you something else related to the Jews. Do you know what it is? Abraham. Yes. Yes. Abraham is actually sacrificing Isaac. Now, what is the connection between that to Jesus, according to the Christians? The angel Gabriel told Abraham, don't do that, God trusts you, and he sent the lamb. The lamb is Jesus. Because according to the Christians, when Jesus came, he actually took all the sins of everyone, then he purified himself. Then the end of the story of Abraham and Isaac is the crucifixion and the resurrection of Jesus. Then let's leave. Is it still okay? Not too much?
No.
It's perfect.
All right, then let's continue. We're leaving now the Golgotha. Then we saw the crucifixion. You see the skull? Yeah. And then they purified his body. And then the tomb. I want you to see that the tomb used to be a cave. Sorry about the noise. Can you see the cave? Yeah. Now that stone is the anointing stone. I will bless it for a minute and then I will come to you because no one can hear me now. Let's run away from the noise.
So is it the tomb of the Christ?
No, we're heading now to the tomb.
So this, what is it?
That is where they anointed the body.
Ah, okay.
When I will say Chevra Kadisha, do you know what I mean?
No.
The one, the Jewish union that actually take care of the body from the death until they're buried in Israel. They are purifying the body of the man, of the dead, and then they're taking care about it. That's done. They laid the body of Jesus, they purified him, and then they bury him. Now, sorry about the noise. And let's see. All right, be careful, please. And I promised a short video, which is already 40 minutes. Nothing is short with me. It's December something, I don't know, December 12th, 11, no, 10. 9, all right, sorry, of course. December 9, a little bit before Christmas. This is the tomb. But before we will enter to the tomb, before you will enter to the tomb, if you want to do that, you must know a few things. First of all, there is usually a line queue of 2 or 3 hours. Because of the war, you can enter and be there for all night. But I want you to see a real tomb, a real Jewish tomb here. All right, because the tomb of Jesus that you see now, it's very important, but it's been destroyed a few times. Later on we will enter, but I want you enter to it, but I want you first to see a Jewish tomb. Oh, all right, let's start with that. That room doesn't look like $1 million room. This is think of the Notre Dame. Notre Dame looks like $1 million.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like that. Because they're still fighting who owns that room. But not like the Notre Dame, I think it's only from the 12th century. That wall is from the 4th century, part of the first church that St. Helen built. But what I want you to see, and I want you to enter there, if you're not afraid of tombs, but use the flashlight, because it's difficult to see. What you're going to see is niches. Go in, and then let me be behind you. Ooh, spooky. All right, then, can you, all right, this is beautiful. Let me take a picture of it. Wow. But can you see the niches? That's where you can put the body in.
Oh.
To the left of it, there's a sealed one. Can you, yes. Yeah, and behind you, there are another 2. All right, okay.
One.
Then it might be that the bones are still there. Let's go outside and let's talk about it. But watch your head, please. Now, the rich Jew used to bury their family in a family tomb. Then you saw some niches, but what will happen, let's say there are 9 or 10 like that, what will happen to the 11th body? There's no niches for him, no place for him. And to create a cave like that, it costs a lot of money. Then they will open the ancient tombs, they will take the bones out, they will put it in a small box by the name ossuary, and then they can bury someone else. Now, it's very important for me because I already mentioned that some people believe that is not the place that Jesus was crucified because it's inside the city and it's supposed to be outside the city. But the city of today is, let's say, only 2,000 years old gap. I mean, Jesus was 2,000 years before. Then, I don't know, where do you live in France? Paris. But your city 2,000 years ago was totally different. Yeah. Let's face it. Then, in that case, that was outside the gate. As I believe, but I'm not going to argue others. And the New Testament mentioned that Joseph of Arimathea, a priest from the temple, gave Jesus his own tomb that no one used before. But now you can understand the word no one used before because that one was used so many times. Then the tomb outside used to look like that, but it was kind of a virgin tomb.
Okay.
That is the tomb, but the structure is new. Because if someone didn't like the Christians, the best thing to do is to destroy his tomb. That tomb been destroyed a few times, and the structure that you can see here was built at the 19th century and renovated lately. Do you want to go in? Then there's two chapels there. The first one is the chapel of the angels that took care that no one will steal the body of Jesus. The inner tomb is the tomb itself, but it's empty because on Sunday he resurrected. I cannot go. מה שלומך? בסדר. זה יד חמה. לא, הם יהודים. Then in that case, I cannot enter with my camera, but I already enter early morning into it. You can do that, and I will wait for you outside.
Okay.
All right, then you can see the candle. This is the candle. This is the holy fire, and the inner part is the tomb of Jesus. Now it's unbelievable. I don't know that couple. I felt that they need some help. I'm not going to ask for money because what they did is that they make me happy. I want to guide you. I need to guide you. This is my mission on earth. He gave me that mission. More than 14 months, I'm not guiding now. And remember the other dome? This is the small one. It's called the Katilokon. Belongs to the Greek Orthodox. And this is the biggest one. Now, family, Rodriguez family. This is an energetic cross. And the others, if you want to have a little bit of it, you can see they're measuring and checking every inch of that church. Unbelievable. Then you can have it as well. Then remind me your names.
Caroline.
Caroline, I love that name.
Ruben.
Ruben.
Yes. And
All
you?
right. My name is Isaac, Zahi.
Nice to meet
Yeah.
you.
And that was the end of that video. Guys, if you reach 48 minutes, just write a comment, 48 minutes, and we are going to bless you. Thank you very much for being with me. Bye-bye.